Here's my belated update for AFEELA, one of the few automakers who came back to CES this year. I got a chance to get inside, study the outside, and check out their second model. I didn't know where to start, so let's address the elephant in the room. I'm making this video knowing that the views will be low and the criticisms will be high for this EV, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. The most logical comparison for AFEELA 1 is the Tesla Model... let's compare it to the Lucid Air. AFEELA's EV specs are not great by comparison. Lucid sets the bar really high for efficiency, range, and charging speed, compared to the Mercedes-Benz EQS sedan, which really hasn't sold great in the US, and the AFEELA also comes up a little short on specs. Price seems steep. AFEELA 1 will launch later this year in the Signature Series for about $103,000. There are also some odd limitations for AFEELA, only available in California at launch, and the more affordable $90,000 Origin model is only available in black. Now, to be fair, I'm going to try to justify AFEELA 1 and probably piss some people off in the process. I'm not saying I would buy it, but if these two things come true by some magic, then this car could make sense, and the two are tied together. If Sony can make great software and a digital user experience for this vehicle, and if Honda can get it to SAE Level 3 hands-off, eyes-off driving assistance, then AFEELA starts to make sense. Stuck in bumper-to-bumper commuter traffic, let the car drive itself through the madness while you play video games. However, AFEELA has only committed to Level 2 Plus with your eyes on the road. Let's see if they announce anything beyond that. And the digital cockpit last year was just a demo. This year, let's take a deeper look at the software that they have. Sony Honda Mobility confirmed that this sedan called AFEELA 1 has officially entered the pre-production phase. Manufacturing of non-saleable test vehicles has begun at Honda's East Liberty Auto Plant in Ohio. That plant and the nearby Marysville plant are part of Honda's EV hub, where other electric vehicles like the Acura RSX and Honda 0 Series SUV will be made. 2 assembly plants for different vehicle architectures, flexibility to assemble EVs, hybrids, and regular old combustion engine vehicles on the same assembly line. The powertrain plant nearby is capable of making EV components too, and the nearby battery plant is still being worked on with their partner LG Energy, who has other JV plants in the US and other plants of its own. Initial customer deliveries are on track for late 2026, starting exclusively in California. Deliveries to Japan will launch in the first half of 2027. You see, there's a reason to be hopeful for this battery EV. Maybe it gets the Japanese market to fall in love with electric vehicles. Plans are in process to expand sales to Arizona. Showrooms are popping up in California with delivery centers planned, although existing Honda dealers have filed a lawsuit trying to stop their direct-to-consumer model. AFEELA showed off a concept for its next model, affectionately called AFEELA Prototype 2026, which raises a question: what should it be called? AFEELA 2 is a logical answer, but then you run into the Polestar problem, where the 3 is an SUV and the 4 is a sportback, or maybe I have that backwards. AFEELA would be wise to come up with naming plan, assuming that someday they succeed and get many more models. Some people immediately started calling it their SUV, but it's not. It's not even a crossover if you ask me. It actually reminds me of the Honda Crosstour, remember that? Kind of a lifted sedan with a large hatchback. Styling is definitely AFEELA. A production version is not expected to hit the US market until 2028. Personally, I think they should have gone much more crossover based on the Honda 0 Series SUV, but none of it will matter if AFEELA 1 flops. Can AFEELA get to eyes-off driving? SAE Level 3 allows the driver to look away from the road and enjoy the beautiful Sony displays and entertainment, but AFEELA is only promising Level 2 Plus hands-free but eyes on the road like GM's current Super Cruise. AFEELA Intelligent Drive will use 40 sensors, one long-range LiDAR at the top of the windshield, In the cat ears next to it are 2 of the 18 cameras. It also has 9 radar sensors and 12 ultrasonic sensors that are used for low-speed maneuvers. Sensor data gets fed into the brains of the vehicle. AFEELA will use Qualcomm's Snapdragon Ride platform with up to 800 TOPS of processing, the same processing as Rivian's upcoming Autonomy Compute Module 3. Other automakers have gone to NVIDIA for processing, but AFEELA will use Qualcomm, as will BMW in their Neue class of vehicles. AFEELA's electrical architecture and software stack have the appearance of being completely modern and not tied to legacy automotive thinking. That's a good start, but others have failed to launch new software-defined vehicles that look great on paper. AFEELA Intelligent Drive also hits all the right buzzwords for leveraging AI Vision Language Model, or VLMs, to improve the self-driving capability. All great stuff, but simply put, AFEELA needs to achieve higher levels of self-driving for any of this to make sense. If the owner of the AFEELA, who's probably also driving, is the only one who cannot enjoy the awesome displays, then why would you buy one? Can Sony deliver on the digital entertainment? AFEELA calls it mobility as a creative entertainment space, and I dig that. At the end of the video, I'll put clips from the 2 demos I got of the digital experience. Some of you may say, of course Sony can deliver on software and entertainment, but then again, other reputable companies have failed to do so in vehicles. In the demos, you'll see PlayStation's PS Remote Play that allows passengers to stream games from their home console to the vehicle's display. Cool graphics and wallpapers you can display inside and on the media bar on the exterior. These can be made by Sony Honda Mobility or through their co-creation program, allowing approved third-party designs and content to be uploaded. And it wouldn't be CES 2026 without AI Personal Agent.
And obviously the first thing you'll notice is the large horizontal display. We call this the DID, Dynamic Infotainment Display. Just like a Sony TV, is high resolution and it's also modular. And then the yoke steering wheel, the idea for that is so that it doesn't obstruct the view of the display. It also has side view mirrors combined with the regular mirrors due to American road laws currently.
Right.
So they're actually developing a new map design. So this is going to be more 3D and kind of more artistic and things like that. And then with the Sony's collaboration, we have a lot of the themes out here. And this one is particularly with Honda Racing. They actually went to the Honda Racing collection, which is the Honda RA272, Honda's first race-winning Formula One car. So if you have this theme on, your e-motor sound will sound kind of like this. So
can you go back to Twisted Metal?
Cool. See, let me just put it back. But we call this one Doratomo, which means driving friend, and he's kind of alive. So if you plug the car in and start charging the car, he's gonna start working out or drink some energy drinks and things like that. But with the Sony's joint venture, the sound system is actually incredible. They actually designed the interior with the speaker positions in mind. So there's 28 speakers, 3D surround sound, very nice sound system. So why don't we test it out a little bit? And yeah, as you already noticed, he kind of starts dancing if you start playing music. And because this horizontal display is kind of modular, so if you L swipe this, here we go, you can move this over here. And so you could have it right in front of the passengers only.
Okay.
And then if we go to right view, that's the movie theater. If you're on your way home and you get stuck in traffic and want some entertainment, you can do that as well. And also if you have this view on your passenger side only and you start moving, the privacy view is going to be automatically set up, so the driver won't be able to see it. But we also have the live feed from the LiDAR system. We call the sensing view. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but that's what it looks like in front of you. If you toggle through, you can actually see from different angles.
How was the experience with AFEELA?
Excellent. I
I'm very impressed by the clean interior, the minimal buttons, and I'm curious about the controller down in the center. It's almost like for somebody who's familiar with PlayStation, and there's lots of kids familiar with PlayStation, I think that controller in the front is probably also going to be very intuitive.
In summary, if Honda can tell us when they'll get to eyes-off Level 3 driving like they do in Japan, and if Sony can deliver the digital goods, then Sony Honda Mobility's AFEELA starts to make a whole lot more sense. And it needs to charge faster.